103.5 WEZL, on the web at WEZL.com.
Darius Rucker, all right, on the Weasel.
He, of course, at number one this week. The week he comes to town, Darius Rucker has the number one song on the Billboard chart.
He times that stuff out.
It's amazing how they work all that. He must work for a big company.
He does.
Okay.
He has one of the big record labels. Plus, he's already a superstar.
Well, in fact, he must be, because I saw this morning, I was reading some of the stuff getting ready for the show, and there's a story in here. Apparently, he's featured in People magazine, the latest edition of People magazine.
For what?
Just for being Darius.
Oh, okay.
And
is that the Country Weekly that they do sometime? The Country People?
It just says, in the latest edition of People magazine.
Well, good. Good for him.
Darius Rucker shows off his favorite place in the world, his TV room at his home near Charleston, South Carolina. He has 6 flat-screen TVs in the one room of his house. He says he can watch all the football games at once, and it's his favorite place where he goes to relax.
Well, good for him.
He's got 6 flat-screen TVs on the wall.
It probably looks like the control room at ESPN.
The 6 TVs and the Ric Flair robe.
Did they mention?
I don't know if they mentioned it or not, but it's got to be in that same room.
Because he's got Dan Marino's jersey as well, and I'm pretty sure it's in that room.
Well, that must be the boy room, huh?
I guess.
So if, his friends go over and hang out, that's where they hang out.
Yeah, that would be.
So have you been in that room yet, since you guys are such close friends?
I haven't yet, but it's not football season. I'm sure. I mean, he's invited both of us to drop by anytime we want, but it's kind of like.
Well, but he mentioned mowing when he looked at me.
And plus, he hadn't told us where he lives yet.
Well, that's true too. He just, over here behind the pig is all.
You boys come over anytime you want.
Over there behind the pig when next time you're out mowing.
That's right.
It's kind of the way he said it. But anyway, it's going to be a great show this Thursday night. Hometown Darius Rucker live at the Daniel Island Tennis Center with the number one song in America the week he's here, and it's all part of the Homegrown series to collect supplies for the Charleston County schools. It just doesn't get any better than that.
And let's not forget Dirks Bentley's going to be there.
I'm sorry, who?
Dirks Bentley.
I remember him. He did a harbor cruise for us once.
No, Dirks is awesome. Dirks is
Dirks
awesome.
Bentley?
Yes.
I've heard about him.
That T-shirt song. And
yeah, I remember. That's what he did on the harbor cruise that night. I remember that. Yeah.
And his new one, Sideways.
Oh, that's right. I get him confused with all those other new white kids.
No, Dirks is the goods.
Oh, he's the good stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And supposedly there's yet another friend to be announced, which we have not yet been told about. So apparently Darius is just going to wait till that night.
They'll just surprise you
and
with
surprise everybody. I think that's probably what happens. I'm pretty sure.
Probably going to be Edwin McCain.
He's got a new CD out.
I don't know.
He does have a new CD
does he
out.
really?
It's very possible.
Well, Edwin will probably be there just to watch the show.
Well, this has always been a Hootie thing.
Right.
This is the first year it's not Hootie and the Blowfish homegrown.
Right.
It's Darius Rucker's homegrown show this year.
Yeah. And in fact, Darius said they will probably go back to the Hootie form of this later.
Yeah. As soon as they all start talking to each other again.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
That's what I'm hearing anyway on the street.
But yeah, this year, since he's doing the country thing, they wanted the opportunity to push him a little bit, and this is what they're doing.
Well, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's Thursday, and we got your 4th row seats to win this morning. By Thursday morning, we'll be down to the front row seats. Chance to win this morning coming up between 8 and 9 o'clock when you hear Darius sing It Won't Be Like This for Long.
One of my favorites.
Caller 10 will be the winner here at WEZL. So, speaking of not being like this for long, the honeymoon's apparently over at the old Rush house. Freckles getting ready to go back to school, and she's whipping out the heavy artillery now, I understand.
Well, no, this is just the first time that something's popped up where it's like, oh, okay, well then I guess we need to change.
So you're not perfect anymore.
Well, I like to think I am.
I mean, but in her eyes, you're apparently, up until this weekend, you thought you were perfect in her eyes.
Well, she's not a fan of the way I eat French fries.
Well, I'm not either, honestly, but we're friends, so I never said anything else to you about it, because I've seen you eat them, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Well, the longer fries, I just, instead of putting it all in my mouth at the same time, I guess like normal people do.
I fold them up.
Or
I fold them
or just cram it all. Well, I eat it like a typewriter, like.
Yes, you do. It's like you eat it like somebody eating a corn cob, except you eat it straight on.
That's right.
And it makes me really uncomfortable to watch you do that. But I've never, because we're friends, I never, So you know what? That's just him. That's what makes him lovable. So I let it go. But no, this is the first time she looked at you and said,
We were at the Five Guys yesterday after leaving the beach, and I was just talking, and and she said, "Will you please stop eating the French fries like that?" I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
First time since March, she's corrected you.
Here we go. I said, "The honeymoon's over, huh?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, did I hurt your feelings? I'm so sorry. You go ahead and eat those French fries anyway."
She's got a list about that long that she had done up about the first 3 days you all were in the same house.
You think so?
And she's just been waiting to peel them off. You know what I'm saying? This was the first one. It's very, very innocuous, little nothing thing. I'll just throw this out there and see how he reacts. And of course, you wimped. You wussed out and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't, and I won't do it like that anymore." Okay, I'll change the way.
So now she's got me.
Oh, jeez, man. You're screwed now.
Well, I said, "What's the problem?" I said, "I mean, is it gross? Is it embarrassing the way that I'm?" And she said, "No. She said, "I'm just afraid you're going to bite your finger."
See, and that's how they really get you hooked, because she made you think she was doing it because she cared about you. I want you to change, but it's for your own good, because I'm worried about you.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have bitten my finger doing that before.
Well, you've bitten your finger eating, baked potatoes, steak, hot dog. I mean,
I used to weigh.
You get pretty excited.
340 pounds.
Exactly.
There was one time where I was just eating and couldn't stop and went halfway up my arm.
I remember having to grab your elbow and pull your arm out of your throat. It was 6. Yeah, she's got you now, man. 6:34.
Now, Weasel